Today's video blog is about something surprising I've learned, and in my opinion, the most surprising thing I've learned in probably my entire life is that different cultures think differently and prioritize different things. And it's pretty hard to understand this if you have come from one culture your whole life, and it can lead to a lot of conflict. But for me, I come from a very multicultural background. I'm half Italian, lived there for the first part of my life, and moved to America. And essentially, at first, I had a lot of problems trying to fit in with everyone and kind of doing the same interests, the same kind of aligning with the same schedules. And, it really took me a little bit of time to realize that, people with different cultural backgrounds see things in different ways. For instance, with Italians and Americans, I think one of the biggest things is food. I don't really think most Americans really prioritize food that much, lunch, dinner, what you're going to eat. It's more of kind of like a ritual that you have to complete in order to sustain yourself. Rather, like in Italian culture, like the day is planned around the food, the meals. Alright, so the night before you decide what you're gonna have for lunch the next day, what you're gonna have for dinner the next day. You have to come home for lunch. You have to come home for dinner and eat with the family, have the family meals. And it was really interesting when I was younger because I'd always have to leave my friend group to go eat with my family. And I guess this is kind of, for me, one example of how, Italians and Americans kind of differ in culturally and how they view things. And I feel like since this had a personal impact in my life, it is probably the most surprising thing I've ever, learned to realize.